I am Ben Gardner, co-host of the Backyard Gardens podcast. I'm a documentary filmmaker and a passionate gardener. Our garden is a family effort and we all chip in our own way. In the Gardner house, we grow to cook and cook to grow. This is the Backyard Kitchen. All right, baby, what are we cooking today?
We are cooking peanut satay zucchini.
And we're not actually cooking it. The Backyard Kitchen's actually going raw today.
The zucchini is literally just zucchini spiralized.
And the peanut satay sauce is going to have peanut butter, curry, soy sauce and fish sauce, lime, brown sugar, salt, and a little bit of garlic powder, and coconut milk. And that's it.
Yep.
Seems like a lot, but it's really not that much. And it's a pretty delicious meal. Wouldn't you say?
I love it.
So
anything with peanut butter is delicious. So.
Yeah. I'm totally addicted to peanut butter. So without further ado,
You ready to see the spiralizer get into action?
Yeah, I am. So before we get started, am I supposed to mix with this?
Yes, you are.
Because I'm not good with these. I'm with a fork.
Yeah, but it's because you've got liquids and then thicker.
So that's how it's supposed to be?
Yes.
All right, I'll jump on the grenade for you today.
It's going to help you out.
All right, in the name of the Backyard Kitchen, I'll take the advice. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to add brown sugar.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then peanut butter. Tick tock, tick tock. So if you buy like regular peanut butter that doesn't need to be stirred, that's good. But if you buy the stuff that needs to be stirred, the trick that we've learned behind it is if you get it and you store it upside down, it automatically
Mixes the
oils together.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Okay. I don't need the spoon for anything else, right?
You need it for the curry paste.
I'm going to need it for the curry paste.
You'll need it for the curry paste.
Okay.
But that's okay. You're going to use all the curry paste, so it can be messy when it goes in there.
Okay, well, there's a reason why I asked this, because I'm literally a peanut butter addict. Okay. So since you're my wife, it's cool, but otherwise, no. And all of this goes in there?
All of that goes in there. So about 2 tablespoons curry paste.
And we're using green curry paste. Why green?
Because that's what we had available.
Does it matter?
It doesn't really matter.
I don't think it does either.
I'm not a curry connoisseur, so I know there's yellow and red.
Its spice level is a big part of it too. And because the rest of our family doesn't eat spicy, I don't tend to make things very spicy. What happened?
I feel like you're just going to whip something on me. You're sitting there with a spoon like this.
That's how I roll.
I'm just waiting for peanut butter to come hit me in the forehead.
Some peanut butter?
Some peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
All right, so then the lime, we're going to take and we're going to loosen it.
May I slice that for you?
Yeah, please. For the love of everything good. And it's supposed to be about 2 tablespoons, which I judge is about a lime. So
Love lime in dishes.
yeah,
Love
it's really
love
good,
it.
right? It's that acid. But when you use the real lime, you get the little lime pieces in there too.
I don't think this one has seeds though, at least, so you're seed free.
Yeah, it's all right. Right for the compost, make more dirt. Got to build your garden from the soil up, right? Can't put a house on a bad foundation.
Now, peanut satay sauce, you can buy it already pre-made, and it goes with a number of things. So you can add it in curry dishes, Thai dishes. You can eat it with French fries, which is where I first learned about it.
Yeah.
When I worked at a fry place.
And this is our mixture of soy sauce and fish sauce. The fish sauce is a very interesting ingredient.
Yeah, usually in recipes, when it comes to cooking, you add extra of certain flavors. Fish sauce, I usually scale back and add a little less.
For show.
But you want that sort of umami sort of flavor, you gotta have fish sauce for it. It's
All right.
that secret ingredient that unless people are used to eating Thai food, they won't recognize.
Yeah. Now, do you want to start on the zucchini a little bit?
I sure can. So all I do to prep the zucchini is to cut off both ends. And And then I'll give you a tour of the spiralizer, and we'll get to making zucchini.
All right. We don't have a lot of space in the backyard kitchen, so. So how long do I mix this for before you start giving the ultimate tour?
You mix it till it's just thoroughly mixed.
Oh, that's it. Oh, do I
Yeah.
need to put the salt in, or do you do that afterwards?
You can add the salt whenever, and you've got the garlic powder to add too.
Okay. How much garlic powder? All of it?
Tablespoon.
You damn right. Boom. No vampires here.
It's all to taste, really.
A little bit of salt. You can always salt afterwards.
So my spiralizer, it comes with 3 different attachments, and it just, the 2 are saved in here. Depending which ones you pick, it just makes bigger or smaller noodles. So I went with the medium one. Now this little side here, I'm not really sure what that does.
Let me see.
The little notches.
Is that great? I'm pretty sure to like make it like little like spaghetti noodle looking things.
So I guess you have to have the 2 combined to get your noodles.
But we don't do that.
And then this is nice because it's got suction cups, so it's very handy in the kitchen to kind of sandwich this puppy down. And then you'll get a bowl and stick it on the end where your noodles come out. So you try to center your zucchini as best you can right in the middle, and then smash the spikes back there. Then I hold with one hand and just start turning. You can tell when I'm not smashed down all the way, it wants to move on me. And start turning, and it should start spiralizing. I feel like this is a fancy way to impress people at a potluck or your neighbors by doing something that's really not all that fancy.
It's not gonna work like I wanted.
Yeah, and it kind of comes out the back end messy. But that's all right. That's why we outside.
We've cooked this noodles before too, a little bit, steamed it, and it came out really weird because zucchini holds a lot of water, so it would release the water and be kind of jacked up, but.
And so what you should be seeing is these noodles coming out, and then you get this one long kind of centerpiece, which is supposed to be there. And then you pretty much go all the way until the little plastic spokes from this are almost at your cutting piece.
So you don't cut your finger off?
Well, yeah, you don't grate your spokes.
I want this piece right here.
And you can pull that off and pull that out, and that's what you got left over. Put it in your compost, feed it to your chickens, whatever you want to do with it.
I'm gonna feed it to myself.
Now, you like raw zucchini?
I'm eating it.
I know. I really like raw zucchini. I like putting raw zucchini into salads.
Yeah, it's a really...
It's one of those vegetables, if I'm going to cook it, I don't want to cook it very much.
I like fried zucchini too, though.
Yeah, fried zucchini's good.
My mom's famous for making a sauteed zucchini squash. But...
How big of chunks does she cut when she makes it?
Huge. But in all reality, like when I was a kid, it was really thin, and I don't know if she was using like a frozen bag or what. But as you started growing it and stuff like that, she cuts it thicker. And I really like when you cook things that are thicker, or when you cook things that you grow, you cut them thicker, and I want to say it gives you more of a feeling that you're eating fresh food. You know what I mean?
Well, and it doesn't disappear when you cook it.
Yeah, well, that too, because then you end up with a bunch of mush. And which is what happened here, because you can see these get really thin. So when we cooked it, it would get jacked up.
Literally, when I cooked this before, I would get a pan nice and super hot and then throw it in for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And that's all I really wanted to cook it.
Now, when is your favorite time? Let go.
I was going to have you pull it.
No, it's a zucchini mushroom.
It is a zucchini mushroom.
I bet Mario would like this.
Luigi would. It's green.
It's a Luigi one. So when is your favorite time to eat something like this?
Summer. Summertime.
Obviously.
I mean, it's a lot easier to go raw in the summer. I feel like you have a lot more options with produce. You've got fresh plants coming. You've got zucchini growing in the garden that time of year.
Yeah, we don't grow yellow squash though, which is a relative of this because we get so much of it, and quite honestly, I just don't like it that much.
If you have squash recipes, send them in because I'd be curious to see how many variants of squash are out there.
It's tough. All right.
I feel like it's not much.
So now that we got this, what do I do?
All right, now that we got our sauce, let's give it a quick little taste. Make sure
I don't want to eat the fish sauce without anything.
It's good.
You backed up like there was a fire or something.
I really want to spill it on myself. Okay,
Ready?
so you can just pour it on, and then we'll use our forks to kind of mix it up. It's got the sweetness from the peanut butter. You can definitely taste the fish sauce.
Why don't you mix it up and then I'll pour some more in.
I could use a little bit more salt. Some seasoning.
That's why we got a seashell full of salt.
She sells seashells by the seashore. What?
Now this does not hold over well in the refrigerator. Just so you know. It gets, the zucchini gets really limp fast, so this is definitely not a make-ahead dish. This is a fresh dish.
Make and serve.
Should we put more on?
I'll say that's probably pretty good. Maybe drizzle a little bit and top it off.
All right, let's put these bad boys on a plate and get this going. There you go.
Big long noodles.
That's the one issue is the long noodles.
How do you manage long noodles?
With scissors.
Yeah.
We need some
We don't have
scissors.
scissors. We got that knife.
Yeah, let's do this. Problem solving. Remember, we try to get the recipe right. I'll set it down.
I mean, I'm impressed with the fact that it made these nice long noodles.
Usually, well, it's like hit or miss.
Well, at Italian restaurants, you use your spoon and you twirl and you twirl and you twirl your spaghetti until you can get it on your fork.
Try that. We'll just do one cut down the
There
middle.
we go.
One cut down the middle.
Let me see your
Hook
fork.
me up. Hook me up. Papa Bear's ready to eat that.
I had made this all nice and neat.
My love.
And
my
I
love.
jammed it up.
Here we go.
It's a what do you call it? A mouge bouche almost.
A mouge
That's
bouche.
right.
So
It's more than a mousse bouche, but that's
what does
fine.
that mean?
It's a single bite of something. It's
Why
like-
would you eat a single bite?
Fancy people do it.
My wife would tell me, look, I'm having a hard time with this one noodle. I'm having a hard
That's why
time.
I stopped while I was ahead. That's why I only got that much.
No, because there is one point in our lives where you'd be like, I want to go to this tapas restaurant. I really want tapas. And my whole thing, good night.
We never made it to a tapas restaurant.
No, you know why?
Why?
Because it's ridiculous. I'd rather have one big meal than a bunch of little meals. So we eat this straight up like that a lot, but what are some other ways, like what else can you mix with it? Because, 2 zucchini, we'll eat the whole thing as like a light lunch. So what else would you eat with this?
So I would make tofu with this. I would put fresh tomatoes in here because I feel like that sounds tasty and yummy to me. Maybe top it with some more peanuts. What else would I do?
Yeah, nice crunchy peanuts to give it that thing. Would you ever put mint in it?
Maybe. I do like mint and I do like cilantro.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try this, and then I'm gonna go right over there, and I'm gonna go cut some mint, and we're gonna test it and see if it's good with mint.
If it's better or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna
That sounds
test
like
it.
a plan.
Okay. Because this is I'm about to get down on this. It's gonna get crazy though.
I don't know. Now that we plated these crazy noodles, we're gonna figure out a way to eat these crazy noodles.
There you go. That's a bite right there.
It's crunchy and fresh and light tasting.
And
It's very good.
it is good. One more bite.
And I mean, again, this recipe is made to taste. So before you mix your peanut satay sauce, you could add more, less of certain things. Soy sauce in itself is very salty. I don't tend to use a lot of soy sauce.
You don't like soy sauce?
I don't like teriyaki sauce. I'm hands down don't like that. But
Yeah.
soy sauce I can use a little. But I would probably, if I was making this for myself, use more peanut butter and less soy sauce.
Yeah.
Just like a peppermint candy.
All right, so we went out and we did something a little crazy. And actually, it was a very special day. My wife, she actually went out and harvested something out of the garden. How many times have you done that?
I've gotten basil, maybe like twice.
Yeah, I'm the one that usually does it. So we have spearmint to add to it, which I don't know if we're gonna add peppermint. Yeah, that's strong.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we have some cilantro, which you got a piece that was bolting, but that's okay.
A lot of them are bolting.
And then we have basil. All right, so we've tasted it without. Hand me the scissors.
One of the things that I love about cooking with fresh food, fresh herbs, just clean eating is I feel like it's very visually appealing. And
Yeah.
that's one of the things that, and you can ask my coworkers, they're always looking at my food because whenever I pack a lunch, I want it to look good. I want my food to look appealing.
So we'll just add a little bit, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Test number 1, peppermint and peanut satay. With a
Mints are
5 mile
very
long noodle.
It's strong. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I really want to try the basil.
Well, you got all the peppermint out? Looks like you do. Okay. Peppermint.
There's a little bit of after flavor that maybe because it's the last of the peppermint, but I'm excited for basil.
It's not the last because the peppermint will take over the whole planet if you let it go.
Do you know what the difference between Thai basil and regular basil is?
Yeah, it's the strength of it, I believe.
Thai basil's a little stronger.
Yeah, so I don't really get no, I think it's a little bit less.
Oh.
I don't really get hung up in the intricacies of the different flavors. I just grow what I like.
Yeah. I was just thinking, you think of basil and I feel like you usually think of Italian food, but it's very much used in Asian cooking as well.
Very much so.
My vote's basil. Like, that's amazing. The fresh herbs just step this plate up a whole lot.
Yep. And now we're going to do the cilantro. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I like saying it like that. My son loves it.
Do you remember how the people that we used to work with up in New England said it? Or we went to church with them. Cilantro?
Yeah,
Or something.
cilantro.
It was not correct.
So cilantro is actually used a lot too in cuisines.
And I want to say there's a couple herbs that are very similar to one another.
Coriander is a cilantro seed,
There we go. That's what I was thinking.
but it has a different flavor.
And parsley and cilantro.
No. How dare you? That's heresy.
Some
How dare you.
some people will say they're interchangeable.
How dare ye?
Now, cilantro is an acquired taste because I remember eating it and really
I'll
not
tell you a
enjoying
story
it.
about that in a second.
The cilantro is good too. I think I would add the cilantro and the basil
Okay.
together.
Let's do that then. Look, you are nursing that little bit of baby plate of food.
I honestly just don't want to pull any more noodles out of that bowl.
That's too long.
You know what you need? You need one of those pasta scoops, the plastic ones with the teeth on them.
Yeah.
Then you'd be able to scoop stuff up.
All right.
The right tools for the right
final
job.
test. You know, I originally was thinking I'll mix all of them together. I don't think that's going to happen. I need a palate cleanser.
Like ginger
I don't know. Like some wasabi.
or coffee beans.
No, I'm good on coffee beans.
I'm going to use my fingers. You have to pardon me, everybody.
Emily Post wouldn't be satisfied.
I like the combo.
So the basil is a little old, so it's stronger. If you had a more mild basil with more cilantro, I believe that would hit it for me. But the cilantro is number one, then the basil, then the mint, and then, no, the cilantro, basil, combo, and then the mint. That's my order. What's your order?
Basil, combo, basil, cilantro, mint.
Really?
Yeah. This is a good meal. I feel like this is a great meal to take to like a potluck on a summer day or just...
No, it's a good meal to have in your backyard kitchen when you cook with all your friends.
Well, that too.
Because you don't even have to cook. You can set up the slip and slide, have a watermelon out there, have this with a little bit of cilantro. That's it.
It's the fresh herbs. The fresh herbs
Yep,
do it.
that was good. That was a good addition. So look, if you're just starting a garden, I always recommend starting with an herb garden. It's instant. It
Yep.
changes your food completely, as you've just seen. There's nothing better. So why not try an herb garden? But if you can, grow some food, or you can grow herbs, cook some food, and until next time, we'll catch you guys later.
Acorn season.
It is acorn.
Right. I'm ready.
In 3, 2, started making some zucchini.